Good morning, Bante.
Morning, Bante.
Morning, Bante. Morning, Bante.
Good morning, Bhante. Teruvan Sarnai.
Good morning, Bante.
Good morning, Bante. Teruvan Saranai, welcome back.
Morning, Bante.
Sadhu, 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 sadhu.
Good morning, Bante ji from Colombia.
Welcome back.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Bante.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Bante ji. Welcome back.
Yes.
Welcome back. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Ah,
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
after a long time.
After a long time. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you all?
Good, good. We are very happy to have you back. Thank you.
Okay. I don't know many people know about this, and anyway, let us begin. Before I start, I want to make an announcement. That is, from this month, from next week, I will give one talk on Saturday, and Sunday people can ask me questions. Then that's all. For every week I give one talk and one period of QA. So that is my announcement. Today is an exception. Since I have not met you and talked to you for a long time, for at least 3 months, I thought of starting this today. Could you make the screen bigger, this one? Okay. Let us begin with our metta recital. Where is that? Okay, make it bigger for people to see. Okay, let us begin with our metta, and then I give my little talk for today. And then till Saturday, I don't give any talk. Saturday I give another talk, and Sunday you can ask me questions. Let us begin with metta recital. May all beings be happy and secure. May all beings have happy minds. Whatever living beings there may be, without exception, weak or strong, long, large, medium, short, subtle or gross, visible or invisible, living near or far, born or coming to birth, may all beings have happy minds. Let no one deceive another, nor despise anyone anywhere. Neither from anger nor ill will should anyone wish harm to another. As a mother would risk her own life to protect her only child, even so towards all living beings, one should cultivate boundless heart. One should cultivate for all the world a heart of boundless loving friendliness, above, below, and all around, unobstructed, without hate or resentment, whether standing, walking, sitting, lying down, or whenever awake. One should develop this mindfulness. This is called divinely dwelling here. not falling into erroneous views, but virtuous and endowed with vision, removing desires for sensual pleasures. One comes never again to birth in the womb. Now we begin with our meditation. With this metta thought in mind, we begin our short meditation. Keep your body straight, upright and relaxed, and focus your mind on your breathing. Pay attention exclusively to the breath. If the mind is wandering here and there, be aware of the fact this is the nature of our mind. Don't get upset. Simply be aware of the wandering mind and understand that is the nature of our mind, and then gently, slowly return to your breath. Don't struggle, don't be lethargic, sleepy, just pay attention to the breath. As you keep paying attention to the breath, you notice the touch of breath in the tip of your nose, nostrils, upper lips, somewhere, and then as you breathe in, the contact will change from nose tips to the lung area, and you notice the lungs are expanding and lower abdomen is expanding as you are breathing in. When you breathe out, you notice the contraction of lower abdomen, and leaving the breath, leaving the breath leaving our nose tips or the rims of our nostrils. And again, when we breathe in, the same thing happens, touching the nostrils, reaching the breath, our lungs, and then expanding lungs and expanding our lower abdomen. And then we breathe out, then they all contract, and this is repeatedly happening all the time. There is no variation. This is very natural happening as we breathe in and out. And then when you pay attention to these things, naturally breath becomes more and more calm, more and more relaxed, and subtler, and then you feel real relaxed moment where you begin to notice not the word but the feeling of metta. In the relaxed state of mind, you are totally relaxed, everything flows so slowly, naturally. You are blending with all other living beings and feeling that they are one with us. With this feeling, when this feeling arises, whatever resentment you have will fade away. As you then you will notice as this happens, you are making some progress, then your resentment fades away, and you let go of whatever is happening without trying to hold on to them. Nothing we can hold on to, since things are flowing, rising and falling, and then you notice your sense of clinging, attachment also temporarily fades away. Then when all this happens, you feel little calm and relaxed, more calm and more relaxed, and maybe sleepiness may arise, when sleepiness arises, you must overcome that sleepiness by arousing your energy. We are not trying to fall asleep in meditation, but we remain alert and mindful, and then arouse our energy to overcome our sleepiness and drowsiness. And then whatever you feel, instead of sleepiness and drowsiness, you may notice the opposite of it. When you make the mind calm and relaxed, peaceful, without agitation, without sleepiness, then the mind becomes more active as you arouse your energy. When you become more active, restlessness and worry also can arise. And we have to bring our awareness of that and let it go. When all this you see happening, you have confidence in your own practice, because whatever you do very sincerely, deliberately, mindfully, it brings immediate results that you can notice happening in yourself, within yourself. Then your doubt will fade away. Doubt about the Buddha, the teaching, the practice, and your own experience. No doubt, things are rising and falling, rising and falling. There is no shade of doubt that it is not so. Therefore, your confidence arises. When confidence arises, you will be full of joy, happiness, and then you gain a degree of concentration. With that concentration, you can focus your mind on the rising and falling. Friends, we are practicing right mindfulness or vipassana meditation, even it is very short. Even during that time, we practice mindfulness meditation. One invariable feature or factor in mindful meditation or mindfulness meditation is seeing things rising and falling. Your feeling rises and falls, your perception rises and falls, your thought rises and falls, your attention rises and falls. Whatever arises, it falls. We say rising and falling of not something that exists, but rising and falling happens only when something arises, it falls. Whenever something arises, that falls. And that is what is happening. Entire time we remain awake, alert, and mindful. And this is a very relaxing, calming, soothing state where you gain this understanding, this awareness, and that is where your wisdom or insight arises. And with this very brief instructions, we pause and then we continue the rest of the time until we ring the bell or we announce the end of this session of practicing meditation, and then I start our Dhamma talk. benediction. As a closing word. Yeah, that's right. No, not that one. Not that right. Dukkha pattaca nidukkha bhaya pattaca nibbhaya soka pattaca nisoka hontu sabbe pipanino. By means of these meritorious deeds, may I never join with the foolish, may I join always with the wise, until the time I attain Nibbana. May the suffering be free from suffering, may the fear-struck be free from fear, may the grieving be free from grief, so too may all beings be. From the highest realm of existence to the lowest, may all beings arisen in these realms, with form and without form, with perception and without perception, be released from all suffering and attain to perfect peace. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Friends, this is our earnest wish when we practice meditation. At the beginning as well as at the end, we want to make this very earnest wish for all living beings. Today, I think last year, when I ended the Zoom sessions in December, I was talking about Bojjhanga, the factors of enlightenment. These factors are either 37 or 7. 37 are condensed to 7. Most of the time when we talk about the factors of enlightenment, we refer to 7 factors of enlightenment. However, we also want to expand it to 37 when we want to talk in detail. So, in the group of 7, number 1 is mindfulness. I gave many similes in the past, examples. We practice mindfulness anytime, anywhere, whether sitting, standing, walking, lying down, in retreats, out of retreat, in the morning, in the afternoon, while cooking and so forth and so on. Any moment we practice mindfulness, that mindfulness practice goes into the mindfulness basket. Suppose there are 7 baskets or 37 baskets. To make it easy, we take 7 baskets. So one basket we label as mindfulness basket. Another basket is called investigation basket. Third is called energy basket. Fourth is called joy basket. Fifth is called tranquility basket. Sixth is called concentration basket. Seventh is called equanimity basket. Now we keep these baskets just to make it very clear in our mind. Whenever we practice mindfulness, that automatically goes into that basket, mindfulness basket. It may be 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 hours, doesn't matter how long we practice. That mindfulness keeps build up momentum. It has a cumulative effect. It accumulates in that section. Then finally it becomes a bojjhanga. It becomes a factor of enlightenment. We begin with very tiny little, but eventually it magnifies, enlarges, and becomes a very powerful factor. Buddha gave many similes. I contain some of them, like rain drops on mountain tops, and slowly they, through tributaries, rivulets, rivers, goes to the ocean. Similarly, whenever we practice one of these factors, they become enlarged, and they accumulate and build up very great power to awaken ourselves. So I talk mindfulness and investigation. Today I want to talk on virya. Virya is translated into English in many ways. There are many words we use. It's called sometimes diligence, sometimes enthusiasm, sometimes effort, sometimes exertion, sometimes some other terms we use. Whatever the terms we use, the meaning is the same. Word may be different, the meaning will be the same. We apply our effort, put our effort. You have to put your effort into accomplish something. So, and it's such a big subject. Let me begin with a very precise place where the effort is mentioned as padhana. Padhana. Padhana means striving. There are 4 types of striving. One is called restraining. Second is overcoming. Third is arousing. And fourth is cultivating. They have Pali words: Sangvara Padhana, Pahana Padhana, Bhavana Padhana, Anurakkana Padhana. Where do we find this? We find it in the Noble Eightfold Path. 6th factor of the Noble Eightfold Path is right effort. Right effort. Right effort has 4 aspects, 4 steps. First effort is prevention. Prevention is extremely important. That is called restraining our senses. We restrain our senses from letting them develop unwholesome mental states. When we see, hear, smell, taste, touch, and thought of something, greed can arise, hatred can arise, jealousy can arise, tension can arise, fear can arise. These are all unwholesome. These are all unwholesome states. So we deliberately, since we are practicing mindfulness, we add another component, another ingredient to the mindfulness, that is effort. So we make effort to prevent such unwholesome mental states from arising. We want to prevent it. Prevention make it very easy for us to carry on our activities much better, easily. If we allow them to happen, then it would be difficult for us to get rid of them. Therefore, we must keep our effort always ready to prevent such things happening. To do that, we have to have mindfulness. So, as we understand, and as the Buddha's teaching goes, mindfulness is on the top. It always keeps an eye on our mental state. So we overcome that or prevent some unwholesome states. When we talk about unwholesome state, there are many unwholesome states. We may give excuses for ourselves not to meditate. It is very easy for people to give excuses. It is too cold, too hot, too full, too hungry, too tired, too sleepy, too restless. I have too many jobs to do. I cannot accomplish all these things. Therefore, I must get... And let me finish all these activities. Then one day I will sit and meditate and so forth. You will never meditate. If you start giving excuses like this, you never meditate. I mentioned this long before. It is just like a man who goes to the seashore and waits for the sea to become calm for him to have a swim. He will never swim. He will never swim. Similarly, if we give excuses not to meditate, you never meditate. And those are unwholesome mental states. So we have to make very firm effort to overcome that. And then once you, in spite of your very sincere intention, because of our habit, these unwholesome states can sneak into our mind. When they find a way into our mind, into our life, then we arouse our effort. Remember our mindfulness. Remember the benefit of mindfulness. Remember the benefit of effort. So we have to use effort to overcome that. That is called Pahana Padana. Pahana means overcoming. Then, once they are out of our way, then we have a space to start the practice. That is called Bhavana Padana. Bhavana means cultivation. Cultivation, when you want to cultivate a land, what you have to do first? You have to remove the rocks and trees, weeds, and plow the land, fertilize it, and prepare the land. Prepare the land. Once you prepare the land, then it is ready to sow the seed or plant the plant. Similarly, when these two stages are overcome, then it is easy for us to start the practice. That is called Bhavana Padana. Then it is not one-time work. Bhavana is not, 1 or 2, 3 times. When I ask some people, do you meditate? Well, I meditate once a year. Or I meditate once a month. It is not going to work. Once a week, not going to. It has some effect, some benefit. It is just like eating one day and not eating for 1 week. How you feel? Very hungry all the time. And you will not get enough nourishment to your body. You need to have constant supply of protein, vitamin, mineral, and all these things to your body. Similarly, one-time meditation, no matter how busy you are, is not enough. So we have to make it a habit, wholesome habit. Friends, it is very easy for us to build up habits, especially unwholesome habits, bad habits, wrong habits, unhealthy habits. But this must be a wholesome, healthy, beneficial habit. And that's called repeatedly cultivating. And that is called Anurakkana Padana. Once you start, You have to maintain it, sustain it, support it, continue, never to go. Don't make like opening a bottle of soda. When you open a bottle of champagne, bottle of soda, you can hear the gas coming out and then it dies down. Not like that. So we have to keep practicing. In Satipatthana Sutta, at the very beginning, Buddha used the word atapi. Atapi sampajano. Atapi means making effort to overcome all unwholesome mental states. So at the very beginning of meditation, we have to practice mindfulness. And it is this mindful, this effort that eventually becomes a bojjhanga, fact of enlightenment, and parami. You know parami, there are 10 paramis. Paramis mean perfections. Once you start something, if you keep it doing again and again and again, it reaches perfection. Practice makes perfect. So we have to keep practice. This doesn't, in the Buddha's teaching, things don't come to us naturally. No. Unwholesome things can come to us naturally. Wholesome things we have to cultivate. So, in order to reach the perfection, we have to keep doing it and to make it perfect. Then there are 4 iddhipadas. Iddhipada means 4 types of practice to accomplish something. Iddhipada. Iddhi means accomplishment. Pada means foundation. Among the 4 iddhipadas, 4 foundations, virya is one of them. The foundation of our practice of wholesome things, virya, effort, is one of them. So, one day Venerable Anuruddha was meditating alone in a forest under a tree, sitting under a tree. Then he had some wholesome thoughts. And one of them is, in Pali, is called Aradha Viryasa and Dhammona and Dhammo Kusitasa. This Dhamma is for one who is striving. You can understand Dhamma only when you strive, when you make effort to understand it. If you don't make effort, you don't understand. You just let it happen. So we have to, people say, try to understand, try to understand, try to understand. If we don't make an effort, no matter how much we ask somebody to understand, they don't understand. So the Buddha's teaching is something that we can understand only when we make effort, when we exert it. Otherwise we don't understand it. Then it is called Aradha Virya. Aradha Virya means initial effort. The Virya has 3 stages. First stage is called Arambha Dhatu or Aradha Virya. Both mean the same thing. They call Dhatu. Arambha Dhatu. Dhatu means elements. Arambha Dhatu, then Nikkama Dhatu. When we start and then we have to proceed, that's called Nikkama Dhatu. That is proceeding, continuation effort. Then Parakkama Dhatu. Parakkama Dhatu means elements of accomplishment. Parakka means valor in English. You have accomplished your mission as a soldier, so militiaman, you get a certificate of valor. That is after your accomplishment, your success. So you successfully end your practice. That is called parakkama dhatu. So Buddha said, as he came from a royal family, Shakyans are the ones who are fighting families, kings' families. His duty is protecting the country. So he said, Arabhata Nikkamata. Arabhata, start. Nikkamata, carry on. Don't stop. Nikkamata, Yunjata Buddha Sasane. Engage in the practice of Dhamma in the Buddha's dispensation. Engage in the practice. Start, continue, and keep engaged in the practice. Dunata Machuno Senang. Destroy army of Mara. Mara has 10 armies. I mentioned it, I think, sometimes ago when I was giving talk earlier. Mara has 10 armies. Mara actually is, people understand as a personified figure, personified being. Mara in reality means an embodiment of evil. Embodiment of evil is called Mara. It manifests in 10 different ways, and therefore they are called the armies of Mara. Greed and so forth, the 10 are mentioned there. I don't have time to elaborate all the 10. However, Dunata Machuno Senang, fight the Mara, fight the army of Mara and destroy them just like an elephant. Crush a bunch of bush of bamboo. It is very easy for an elephant, such a huge animal, to crush a bush of bamboo. So Buddha said, crush the armies of Mara just like an elephant, crush, destroy, smash a bunch of bamboos. Dunat Machuno Senang, Nalagaranga Kunjarang. Arbata Nikkamata. Carry on, don't stop. So, in what you call in our Vitakka Santana Sutta, in Majjhima Nikaya, Buddha said you use 5 methods are given in Vitakka Santana Sutta. When all are failed, then you use clench your teeth and push your tongue against the upper palate and you say, I will not stop this without accomplishing my mission, my goal. So, therefore it is called fourfold effort, Chaturanga Virya. 4 elements in that effort. That is the number 1. Let my flesh and blood dry up, leaving only the skin. That is what Siddhartha Gautama did. I mean, we don't have to do that much effort. This is not any kind of self-mortification, not mortifying, and also this is not, effort doesn't also mean hypertension, hyperactivity, it is not a physical, it is completely mental. This is a mental state. So of course, people who are very strong, very young, healthy, they have a lot of energy. They can use that energy to do various physical things, lifting weight and running and playing and so forth, swimming and all these things. They use effort. These are physical effort. We are talking about the mental effort. When we practice mental effort, we have to be patient. We have to be mindful. It is very calm, soothing, and yet it is working inwardly very powerfully with firm determination, very strong determination. Nobody can see that. Only the one who practices, the one who does it, knows how much effort the person applies to accomplish the mission. What is our mission? What is our mission? Is not getting gold medal, going to Olympics. Our mission is peace, liberating ourselves from suffering, getting rid of dukkha, pain, sorrow, lamentation, grief and despair. We want to get rid of them. In order to get rid of them, we have to have a very gentle, soft effort with lot of patience and mindfulness. And therefore, number one is one must determine, let my flesh and blood dry up, leaving only the skin. Number two, let the bones and sinews remain. And let me even die. I shall not give up. I shall not give up, even if I die. Of course, when we say that, if somebody has chronic illness and excruciating pain, and no way the person can practice, but still, if they have enough mindfulness, patience, they can mitigate, minimize, reduce, weaken those difficult moments, difficult things, and then they can achieve their goal. Then we must make effort, especially when the mind is trying to find some kind of reasons not to practice, not to let the laziness sneak into our mind. So friends, this much I can say about making effort, and our purpose is arousing effort, making effort, encouraging ourselves, seeing the benefit of the practice. Only friends, I cannot teach you meditation. I cannot teach you the benefit of meditation. You have to practice it, and you have to experience it, and you have to know personally yourself how much you gain when you practice. And this Bojjhanga is a part of our meditation. From Satipatthana Sutta, my main theme was the Satipatthana Sutta. We are in the Dhammanupassana. One of the factors in the Dhammanupassana is Bojjhanga. And so, out of 37 or 7 Bojjhangas, now I have spoken on 3. First, mindfulness. Second, investigation. third effort. And next week onward, I continue bringing each one of them and giving a talk on either one of them at a time or two at a time. So I hope this may benefit all our meditators, and I hope we all continue the practice. And in conclusion, I must say once again, may all those who are in pain, suffering, at the beginning of this series of talks in last year, I said that there are so many people died, and so many thousands or millions of them suffer the death of their own relatives, friends, and acquaintances, and we want to wish them to be peaceful and understand the Dhamma and pick up courage to continue their practice so that they themselves can be peaceful and happy and gain a lot of experience. And also we want to wish those who are in pain now in hospitals, taken care of by doctors and nurses, may they recover very soon and continue their normal life. And also the doctors and nurses who are very kindly, out of compassion, dedicate their life and even risk their own lives to take care of these patients. May they continue their wonderful, noble service for human beings and continue their healthy life and live long in good health. And may those who have discovered, invented vaccines, which now is working, various type of vaccines, and many people have been already vaccinated. I myself got it both, and so I am happy that people are recovering, and we want to give our thanks and metta to people who have discovered this medicine, invented it, and may they live long in very, very good health. May all those who support financially and facilitated in various ways to produce this medicine, this vaccine, may they all have peace, happiness, solace and comfort and live long in very good health. Thank you.
Thank you, Bante.
Thank you, Bante.
Uh,
Happy to see you again, Bante.
Thank you, Bante.
Thank you, Bante. Sadhu,
Thank
sadhu,
you,
sadhu,
Bante.
sadhu. Thank you,
Thank you,
Bante.
Bante
To
ji.
see you.
Thank you.
Sadhu,
Thank
sadhu.
you, Bante.
Have a
Thank you so much, Bante.
Thank you, Brian.
Bante.
Everyone saranai.
Everyone, Saranai.
So good to see you, Bante ji.
this young man helped me today. This
Yes,
young man.
Brian.
Asha, thank
Glad
you,
to see you
Asha.
all.
This is like my
Sadhu,
son, little boy.